Good evening. I'm Jim Sandman. Thank you for supporting and empowering the work of the DC Bar Foundation, the largest funder of civil legal aid in the District of Columbia. Investing in the DC Bar Foundation is both important and smart, never more so than now, for three reasons. First is the magnitude of the need. The Access to Justice Commission laid out the devastating details in the report it issued last December entitled Delivering Justice. 88% of tenants in eviction cases in landlord-tenant court don't have a lawyer. 88% of plaintiffs in domestic violence cases don't have a lawyer. More than 80% of both plaintiffs and respondents in family court cases don't have a lawyer. These numbers don't begin to tell the entirety of the story. These are matters that involve the most basic of human needs. The roof over your head, shelter, protection against wrongful evictions and foreclosures, personal safety, protection against violence and abuse, family stability, child custody and child support, guardianships and adoptions, and economic subsistence, being able to access the support necessary to put food on the table, to clothe your family, to make sure they have access to health care. These needs have always been great, but they're even greater now because of a pandemic that has had a disproportionate effect on our communities of color. I believe that the economic circumstances we're in now and the consequences of the pandemic have made the situation described in the Access to Justice Commission's report last December only more urgent, and the DC Bar Foundation is right in the front of doing something about it. The second reason it's important to support the DC Bar Foundation, and smart, is its wise stewardship of the funds it oversees. This is not a grant maker that just shovels money out the door. The Bar Foundation does a terrific job of aligning resources with need, of partnering with grantees, of engaging in helpful and constructive oversight, and evaluating the work it funds, measuring impact and outcomes, and identifying areas for improvement. The third reason it's important and smart to fund the DC Bar Foundation is the role it plays in promoting justice in our community. Justice. The most fundamental and important of American values, what Alexander Hamilton called the first duty of society, what Thomas Jefferson called the most sacred of the duties of government, what James Madison called the end of civil society. The work the Bar Foundation supports addresses not just the corporal needs of our community. It nourishes spirits and feeds souls. It gives people faith that our nation's solemn pledge of justice for all might be alive and real. It gives people hope that they can get a fair shake in our justice system. This has never been more important than now. The inequities in our civil justice system fall disproportionately on people of color. The problems of racial inequity in our justice system affect and infect not just the criminal justice system, but the civil justice system as well. And the DC Bar Foundation is leading the way in doing something about it. Thank you. I thank every person who supports the DC Bar Foundation for your generosity and for the role you play in improving justice in the District of Columbia. I thank the Board of Directors. I thank the Foundation's remarkable staff, led by Kira Jarrett. I'm so happy and proud to be among you and supporting the work of this great organization. Have a wonderful evening.